What's up guys, my name is Liam and today we're going to do a brief overview on the updated version of the Zaopin Z1 Pro 3 mode. So what are the changes compared to the original, and hopefully I'll be able to help you guys decide whether or not this could possibly be the perfect gaming mouse for you. So let's check it out. Before we get started, I did want to let you know this was sent out to me. However, everything you'll be hearing in this video is going to be my own words and my own opinions. Included inside the box, it does come with a USB-C cable, user manual, a carrying bag, and this version does come with the 4K receiver that is included, where the original only came with the 1K receiver. So I'll go ahead and I'll bring in the older version here so I can kind of compare them next to each other and see if there are any real true differences. And starting out on the bottom, as far as I can tell, I have not seen any other options currently available for this newer copy. With the older one, you did have an option to get an open bottom, and you had a choice between, I believe it was a 500 milliamp hour battery and a 200 or a 250 milliamp hour battery, something like that. I obviously opted with the original one to get it as lightweight as possible. So the fact that I'm only seeing this available in this version is kind of a bummer for me, since I do prefer the lighter weight model. But aside from that, not a whole lot of difference. As you can tell, same skates. The only real difference is that over here on the power button, you do have an option to go with the dongle or a Bluetooth mode, where before you didn't have the Bluetooth option, and then you can also run both of these wired. But coming back over to the top, you know, the original one, I did put this as one of my top budget picks of the year last year. This thing is still going strong for me. The build quality on it still feels fantastic, and I actually do still use it quite a bit, so I do absolutely love the shape. With this one, not a whole lot different. It still feels solid. Again, I don't see how they could have upgraded the previous one since I had no issues. The only difference I am noticing about the feeling of the shell is they do have a coating on this, so it does feel more grippy than my original one. But this coating, you know, it's just all right. I did mess around. I don't really get sweaty hands or anything like that. I did mess around with getting my hands wet, and I did notice it's not very grippy the wetter that your hands get. But with my hands typically being on the drier end, it has been a bit noticeably grippy to me compared to the first one. But aside from that, this is still using the same Huano blue shell pink dots inside. And to be honest with you, the implementation on this, a little bit of a letdown, only because I feel like I'm getting quite a bit of play, whereas on my original copy, I practically got no play at all. So the tolerances on the click implementation for my first copy just all around feel a little bit better than this one, but still a similar feeling. Obviously the scroll wheel does still feel the exact same as the original one, so you have lightly defined steps. The center scroll click is nice and lightweight and easy to spam, and the side buttons on both of these truly do feel the same as well. A little bit of play back here in the rear, but overall, these side buttons feel really good, lightweight and snappy. Not a whole lot of post travel there, and even the side-to-side play on this, really solid. So besides the coating, everything about these should feel identical. I'm not sure if I just got bad luck with the implementation of my clicks there, but let's go ahead and drop the click quality sound check. For the weight and balance, everything about the balance feels great. And unfortunately, since this is a closed bottom with the bigger battery in it, we're looking at 54.1 grams with my original copy, the open bottom and the smaller battery. It was sitting at 45.8 grams. This software that we've seen many times before does allow you to drop the click to bounce setting down to 0 milliseconds. Over on the next page is where it allows you to adjust the polling rate and set your DPI. I've had people ask me about this peak performance option right here. In some of my videos, I have it off, and some of them I have it on. I do recommend using this peak performance option if you're not having any issues. The reason I've been kind of toggling this on or off, I have seen others out there mention how this option can kind of make it so that it loses connection with the mouse. So I have been testing it with it on and off. I do feel like there's just a little bit of a difference there when you turn it on. Not really that much of a big noticeable difference, to be completely honest with you guys. So, you know, you can mess around with testing this out yourself if you want to. If you are noticing an issue with it, then obviously I'd recommend turning it off. If you don't notice an issue with it on, then I'd probably recommend leaving it on just to ensure you are going to be getting the best performance possible out of the mouse. And then finally, I do recommend coming over here to the settings tab, however, and enabling this long distance mode to ensure you're going to be getting the strongest frequency possible for your 4K performance. And for the performance, as far as I can tell, there's not any real differences here. I did run latency tests on both the older model and on this newer model as well. The results were coming back similar to me. They're both using the Nordic 52840 chip inside of it, and as I already mentioned, they're both using the CompX 4K firmware solution. All right guys, so that about wraps things up on the Zaopin Z1 Pro 3 mode. I'm not going to talk about the shape because I've already reviewed this mouse, so I will go ahead and drop a link down in the description below if you're interested in knowing what this shape is all about. I really do like this mouse a lot. It still is amazing. It performs great. I love the shape of it. With this new version, however, it is really kind of confusing to me. I really feel like there's just a lot of missed opportunities here. I was really hoping to see this not just with the coding, but, you know, hoping that they can either, if not get the weight the same, potentially drop it down a little bit more. I would have liked to have seen improved skates on here, kind of like the Dharma Shark M3 Pro Max video I just did. So I don't really feel like this is a whole lot of an upgrade. It is cool that it does come with the 4K receiver, and aside from the coding, that's really about it. But the fact that, like I said, this is heavier than the previous one, since I don't see an option as of right now that they are coming out with this open bottom version. So it would have been cool to also see them come out with the CompX 8K solution for the dongle, since that does have all around improved performance across all polling rates. Again, I'm not trying to take away from this mouse because I do still think it is a great mouse, but just as far as speaking in terms of this being an updated version over the previous model, not really a whole lot of a difference there. So if you guys have any questions or feel like I left anything out, please let me know down in the comments below. Aside from that, if you are interested in seeing more videos like this in the future, please drop this video a like and subscribe to my channel. And thank you guys so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.